What is up, everybody? Welcome back to the Mr. Big Shot Show. In today's video, we are going to be covering the Litwick Community Day that's happening in just a few short hours. I think I'm like 8 hours ahead of it. But yeah, so 2 p.m. your local time will be the Litwick Community Day. It looks to be a great event. There's a couple good bonuses, such as the extra candy and the extra XP. So crack a lucky egg and try to get 6 times XP during this Community Day. Catch a lot of Litwick. Best of luck to everybody. Catch your shinies, catch your 4 stars, whatever you want. I hope you get. Don't forget to evolve your Pokemon all the way up from 2 p.m. to 10 p.m. and you'll be able to get the move of Poltergeist on them, and it should bump Chandelure up way up in the PvP rankings. So let's all have a good time and let's get cracking, shall we? So the October Community Day has been announced, and it is going to be Litwick. So October 2022 Community Day is Litwick, the little candle Pokemon. If they don't call it that, I don't know what to tell them. Like, they should definitely call it the little candle Pokemon. On Saturday, October 15th, 2022, from 2 p.m. to 5 p.m. your local time, will be the Litwick Community Day. Trainers, we're excited to announce that Litwick, the candle Pokemon, will be featured during the October Community Day. I told you it's the candle Pokemon. Got that stuff right there. Featured Pokemon, Litwick will appear more frequently in the wild, and if you're lucky, you'll catch a shiny one. Also, its shiny odds are supposedly supposed to be increased during the event. That's kind of the thing. I think it's supposed to be 1 in 24, 1 in 64, something like that. I feel like it's 1 in 24, just saying. Chandelure, evolve Lampent, Litwick's evolution during the event or up to 5 hours afterward to get Chandelure that knows the charge attack Poltergeist. Ooh, Poltergeist. Kind of a scary name for a move, but I like it. Poltergeist in trainer battles will be doing 140 powers, and in gyms and raids will also be doing 140 power. So it's one of those big hit nuke kind of attacks. You know, it's one of those charge up and then hopefully you don't have any shields blocking you at that point. Community Day special research story, field notes, trick of the light. Okay, so they still called it field notes, but they also gave it a little something else because it's not just field notes Litwick. It's field notes, trick of the light. So they kind of almost tried to get a little alliteration there. Trick of the light. Community Day special research story, field notes, trick of the light. For $1 or the equivalent tier in your local currency, you'll be able to access the Litwick Community Day exclusive special research story, field notes, trick of the light. Stay tuned for when the special research story goes live. Don't forget, you're now able to gift tickets to friends as long as your friendship level is above a great friends or higher. Tickets are non-refundable, subject to applicable law and exceptions, blah, blah, blah. Please know. Certain restrictions apply. Gifting cannot be completed if the recipient has already purchased the special research ticket already, which makes sense because you can't gift the ticket twice to one person. Makes sense. Event bonuses. We will be having 3 times XP for catching Pokemon, 2 times candy for catching Pokemon, 2 times a chance for trainers at level 31 and higher to receive XL candy from catching Pokemon. Lure modules activated during the event will last for 3 hours. Instants activated during the event will also last for 3 hours. Take a few snapshots during the Community Day for a surprise. I wonder what it'll be. Maybe a Litwick. I don't know. 1 additional special trade per day, giving you a maximum of 2 special trades a day. And trades will be 50% less Stardust, so it'll be a little bit cheaper. While most of these bonuses are active during the 3-hour event, these bonuses will be active from 2 p.m. to 10 p.m. at your local time. So you're actually getting a whole 8-hour chunk to be doing all these bonuses. That being said, this does kind of seem to be like they're doing like a cookie cutter event bonuses thing anymore. They change up this first one. The XP catching. Last time it was the hatching, egg distance, and then they change up these 2 possibly. This one seems to be sticking around during most community days, and this one comes in quite frequently depending on whatever the first one is. Bonus raid battles after Community Day. Saturday, October 15, 2022, from 5 p.m. to 10 p.m. your local time. We are kind of doing these later windows to see if that works better, but I still really just think that they should just do the whole 11 to 3 Community Day or whatever it was. What was it? No, 11 to 5. Jeez. 11 to 5 Community Day. It was 6 hours, gave people plenty of time. You know, even if you had to like play from work and not catch very many things, I think that is better, and then you can still have your battle thing afterwards. But the raid battles afterwards will be going from 5 p.m. to 10 p.m. your local time on Saturday, October 15th. After the 3-hour community day event ends, trainers will be able to take on 4-star raid battles. Claiming their victory in one of these raids will cause more Litwick to appear around the gym that hosted the raid for 30 minutes. 30 minutes. 4-star raid battles. Lampent will appear in 4-star raids. You can only join these raids by using raid passes and premium raid battle passes. Remote raids cannot be used to join these raids. Bonus for completing 4-star raid battles. Once you successfully complete a 4-star raid battle against Lampent, Litwick will begin to appear in a 300-meter radius around the gym that hosted the raid for 30 minutes. If you're lucky, you may encounter a shiny one. Also, note that Litwick that appear under these circumstances will have the same chance of being shiny as they do during the regular community day in October for the 3-hour period. Looking for other trainers to play with. Again, this is their community day map thing. I don't agree with this. I mean, they can do it, whatever, that's fine. I just will never be using this, especially since half the time, or I guess 50% of my chances are that it happens on a day that I'm at work. Or the other thing is that it's just weird to be trying to like find random groups. Like, you'll find your friends and then you make those friends and then you'll keep playing with those friends. You're not gonna go to random parks and try introducing yourself or whatever. I'm gonna hit that every single time. This is awkward. I don't like it. Just give me a 6-hour community day and then we don't have as many problems as we do right now with a 3-hour community day. It's whatever. Stickers! You'll be able to get event-themed stickers by spinning Pokestops, opening gifts, and purchasing them from the in-game shop. Again, don't purchase them. Just open those gifts and spin those stops. You should get plenty of stickers to be happy with. That'll be fine. And then, yeah, please be aware of your surroundings and follow the guidelines. Blah, 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 blah. So, Litwick evolves into Chandelure. Chandelure with Poltergeist will get a boost. But let's just see how big of a boost that'll actually be. Litwick will be evolving into Chandelure. You have a chance of getting a shiny Litwick and Chandelure during the day, but let's see what the Poltergeist move will do for it. We won't exactly have the exact numbers, but we can compare where Chandelure is in all the leagues right now and kind of anticipate where it will be going. So right here, jump over to the rankings. This is the Great League. This is PvP Poke, or PV Poke. Sorry. So right here, you can see Chandelure's ranked 512th, which is ungood. Hashtag ungood. It wins mostly against the steel types, and then it pulls out some other wins. This Ninetales, Alolan Ninetales is an ice type, and then I guess over Nidoqueen. But its key losses are to Medicham, which is one of the most popular ones in the Great League. Sableye, another really popular one in the Great League. Trevenant, which is kind of interesting because Trevenant's the ghost and grass type. So you would think that the Ghost and Fire type would win, but it doesn't. This is also using Incinerate, Shadow Ball, and Flame Charge. So I'd say you leave Incinerate, Flame Charge, but you change out your Shadow Ball with Poltergeist, which it might not actually bump it up that much just because Poltergeist is going to be a much larger charge move, it seems like. But yeah, it loses against a lot of the common Pokemon that are used in the Great League. It can also learn Hex and Fire Spin. But Incinerate is multi-purpose, I guess. And the charge moves are Shadow Ball right now, which is the nuke move. Flame Charge for the boost, which makes sense. Self-debuff nuke. Yeah, you don't want Overheat or Energy Ball. These ones both debuff you. So Poltergeist should be its top ghost move now over Shadow Ball, I believe. Depending on how fast each of them charges. If Shadow Ball charges faster, obviously you're going to want to keep doing it. Or if Poltergeist comes with some sort of debuff or whatever, because it doesn't say anything about a debuff, so it probably won't come with any debuff. But if Poltergeist will probably have to outdo Shadow Ball. It'll probably have to be a charger move, I feel like. So Great League, not going to be good for Chandelure, but it'll probably move up from this 512. Moving on to the Ultra League, again, wins against the grass and bug types and ice types, and even a Sylveon in there. Loses to Talonflame, Walrein, Nidoqueen, Trevenant, Obstagoon for the dark typing. So kind of the same thing. It's got a score of 66.5, which is even lower than its Great League level or ranking. The score was, and ranking of 437. Its ranking is higher, but its score goes down versus the Ultra or versus the Great League. Again, same problems that you run into here with the other ghost types, dark types, and even an ice type that can, well, you learn as water type. And then I guess Talonflame probably when Talonflame has Brave Bird, probably wipes out Chandelure. So Ultra League also pretty rough. Again, probably moves up in rankings, but doesn't get super viable. Master League, 159 in the Master League. So this Chandelure actually moves up quite a bit. So I guess you want your hundos. That way you can be in the Master League and become competitive. Its ranking is 159. Its score is 68.9. It's actually still lower than the Great League, I believe. Yeah, right. In the Great League, it's 68.9. In the Master League, it's 68.6. So even in the Master League, it's still a lower score, but it's a higher ranking. Wins against, a lot of the fairy types and Metagross, which is a steel psychic type, which is possible to have a weakness, which is possible to be super effective against Chandelure, but most Metagrosses don't get that move set. And Genesect, which is going to be a steel and bug type with the shock drive Genesect. Key losses are Garchomp, which has like ground type moves. Mewtwo against psychic against ghost is bad. Dialga probably takes super effective damage, but because most people put on Dragon Claw or whatever, it could probably hit pretty quick. And Steelhead, Excadrill, another ground and steel type, so it probably messes up Chandelure. And Lugia, another psychic type. So it's looking like Chandelure will move up, probably be like top 100 with Poltergeist, but again, I don't know how viable that is. It really depends on your team's comp. But if we go to Premier Classic Ultra League, that actually moves Chandelure up to a 74.9 score and 185 in the Ultra League, and it actually wins against Obstagoon here. Again, it's so you'll want it for the Premier Classics. It's looking like if we go to the Premier Classic Master League, yeah, look at that. Chandelure is top 54 with a score of 75. So for the Premier Classic, Chandelure might actually become like a top 20 Pokemon, which means you probably can be seeing a lot more of this, especially after the community day, because during the community day, everybody gets that same Pokemon and puts it in their battle team after that community day. It's kind of funny, but so for the Premier Master League, that seems to be where you'll want Chandelure the most, and possibly the Premier Ultra League Classic event, Premier Classic Ultra League. Those are both going to be the best place for Chandelure. Everywhere else, it's going to get some pretty bad beats, it looks like. But yeah, that's just going to be the quick coverage of the Litwick Community Day that's coming up in October, and the evolution of Chandelure and what it's going to be like in the Pokemon Go Battle League. So it has some viability, but it also has some pretty bad beats. So again, like I said, you're going to want to use it in the Premier Classic events that you can. But yeah, so that means basically get yourself a 4-star, or check what the best IVs for the Ultra League are. Otherwise, you're going to want it for the Premier Classic Master League, which is, level 40 max, I guess. So you'd want a 4-star for it. But yeah, so without further ado, remember, no matter wherever you are, have a good day, good night, and good morning. And as always, a good shower. And I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace out!